We shall.
And we are back live, America. That is the Redoubtable and Thomas J. Izzo. I think is calming down, coming back to earth a little bit. A little bit more positive.
Well, you're not being such a prick either.
Well,
It's helped me calm down.
But I am a prick.
I know.
And by nature.
Yeah, but sometimes you reel it in.
Me, prick.
Sometimes you reel it in. You don't hit me full prick when I walk in.
At the shirt. You'll get nothing, and like it.
Pretty much.
That's the definition of a prick. That's Judge Schmales. I'm wearing his jersey.
Prickly Dickly over
Prickly
here.
Dickly. Dickly prickly.
You know what?
Is it prickly dickly?
Would it be bad if I had a cigar?
No. Why would it be bad?
Could I have another mango?
I'd have a mango and a cigar.
I like the taste of exotic fruit when I smoke my cigars.
By the way, here's the exotic fruit.
Diet Pepsi Mango.
This is disgusting shit. God bless him for being able to drink it. You're going to have quite the stomach to tolerate that. Anyway.
I've always had an iron gut.
He does. I always call him the Iron Gut. That's
Ever
true.
since I ate the
Iron
pretzel off the floor in Shea Stadium.
Talk about training your immune system.
Oh, man.
God.
I mean.
That's like that. What that was the equivalent of a Rocky Balboa training session. You saw the movies.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
The road work.
Yep.
Running behind
By
the
way,
car.
while he was eating that pizza, the same fucking music was playing in the background.
It wasn't pizza.
Oh, what was it?
It was a pretzel.
Even better. Or even worse.
Let's go rum. I'm going to smoke a rum-flavored cigar
It's
with
right there.
with a mango Diet Pepsi.
The man's fearless.
Actually, they don't call them diet anymore. They're zero sugar.
What's diet offending? Who's that offending then?
It's not offending anybody. Everybody started to. There's negative. People don't like diets anymore, right?
So it is offending.
It's not offending. It's a marketing ploy because people talk negatively of diets now. They say
They should.
Diets are right.
It'll work.
So that's not about offending. It's about like, if you call it Diet Pepsi, now it becomes part of that.
Yeah.
If you call it zero sugar,
I shouldn't say they don't work. They would work if people had a post-diet plan instead of going back to the shit that got them that way in the first place. But all of us have done this. If you've ever done a diet, you've done it. So
yeah.
You have to change your diet.
Basically, every diet works as long as you stick to it.
Stick to it.
The minute you stop sticking to it,
You go back to your original diet, which was awful.
you balloon into a fucking horse
you
like me.
become,
That's what happens.
Oh, God. Stallion. He's a stallion. Anyway, welcome back to IDD Village. I don't disagree. Segment
Light up
2.
a cigar and drink a Diet Coke.
Which is perfectly fine. It's the Dago Bar on a slug 'em back Saturday. We are 1 week from college football. That is the Redoubtable one again, the highly questionable one. The Mets and the Red Sox took care of business today. I don't think we were surprised by the Mets. The Red Sox has been a little surprising. Not because they don't have the talent to do this, but they just haven't. They haven't matched up with this team well all year, really, until the last 2 nights where they seemed to. They out-hit him last night. They out-pitched him tonight.
Good sign. Good sign.
That's a good sign, because that team needs the games. They're in first place. They're one of the favorites to win the whole fucking thing, and for them to be going toe to toe with them in a game, in a series that the Orioles need, they're trailing the Yankees by a game or a game and a half now, whatever it is. They need this series. For Boston to be going toe to toe with them like this, it's pretty impressive. I don't know what's going to come of it, but a couple days ago I'm like, oh my God, they're going to get bum blasted. And here we go, 4-0 sweep. And then they put up 12 runs on this fucking ace, and actually they ran him from the game pretty early. So, look, they've taken 2. They've already got the split.
Why'd you get so down on them? What did they do?
They got swept by the Astros in Fenway. They've been a bad home team all year long, and then they had a chance to sweep.
Astros.
Then they had a chance to sweep the Rangers, and then they gave up a 3-run lead. Now the guy hits a fucking bomb off of that scab.
They won 2 out of 3 though, right?
They did, but they should have swept them.
No, you're right.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, they just fucking. It was the one time.
It's shit when you're trying to come back in a playoff race.
Yeah, and you're up 3 in the ninth at
like
home.
That kill you.
And Kelly Jansen, who didn't pitch the night before, is fucking sitting there. He's not hurt. That's why he's there, to lock that down. Why the fuck was he not in there? I don't get it. So.
It was a weird one.
It was a weird one. I don't get it, unless it's something I don't know about.
But if you take 3 out of 4 from the O's,
that would make up for it, wouldn't it? In Baltimore? I mean, yeah. I would say that
you can't expect that.
No.
Because the Orioles should be better than they're playing right now.
They have, And I know they're missing one starter who's good. He's not great, but he's good. But their ace was out there in this series. They've got the lineup. And
so you guys banged up Burns today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, he didn't get out of the fourth inning.
Damn.
They bitch slapped him. I was like, damn. No, look, the Red Sox and both the Red Sox and the Mets have top 10 offenses. So is that really surprising? It shouldn't be. Yeah. But it just hasn't happened like that against a guy like that, really. So not like that anyway. But they've already accomplished. If they lose tomorrow, I'm not going to give a shit. They got 2 wins there. I never thought that would happen. That's 2 more than I thought they would get. So I'll take that and run.
You just hope that they can.
If they get 3, that's something. That's really something. So we'll see. The Mets took care of business tonight. 4-0 shutout. So their pitcher pitched a gem.
Severino.
How far did he get?
He pitched a 9-inning shutout. He pitched all 9 innings.
I don't care who it's against. 9 innings is 9 innings. They don't get it. They don't get anybody to 7.
Well, dude.
So that's impressive.
And Mendoza had himself a game today.
Stud Muffin Mendoza?
The Muffin was in the building.
The Muff was in the building?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Severino.
The Muff was in the panties tonight.
I thought Severino was only going to go 7. And they were talking about it on the broadcast.
How many pitches did he end up throwing?
I don't know, it was like 115, 120, something like that. 115, okay. I think. Is okay. A lot. By today's standards, is extraordinary.
That's a lot.
But he goes out in the 9th, and they're like, wow, I can't believe he's coming back out. I think he might have already been over 100 pitches.
How many hits did he give up?
Not many. Not many.
So he never really
4 or 5.
He never really got in trouble.
He had 2 innings. One was a 4-pitch inning. One was a 3-pitch inning.
And he still threw that many. And he didn't give up a run.
No.
Did he walk anybody?
Yeah, he had some walks.
Okay. Yeah, that was it.
Hit batter. But he comes out in the 9th. He hits the first guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Out comes Stud Muffin. Runs out to the mound.
Yeah, runs out.
Crowd's cheering. They don't want him to pull him.
Yeah.
And he leaves him in.
Oh, Stud Muff.
Leaves him in.
With the call.
And then Sevy comes through for him. Struck out the last guy to end it.
See, by the way, that's a cool move by the manager.
Fuck yeah.
Because he knows his player wants to finish this. And he goes, you know what? Fucking do it.
But here's what's great.
That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often.
They asked him about it after the game. No. And his answer was amazing. So he goes, I went out there, and I told him, look me in the eye. Tell me straight. And he said, I feel good. And I said, we care about you. So I'm not trying to put you out here in a situation where, you're going to hurt yourself or something like that. He's like, I feel good. So he runs back in. And
that's pretty cool.
And he goes, I've known this kid since he's 15 years old. Because he was the bench coach for the Yankees. Severino came up through the Yankees system as a kid.
Okay.
So he legitimately knows him.
He knows
so when he says look me in the eyes, he knows if he's telling the truth or not.
Look me in the eye is a movie moment. That's one of those where it's at the end and you're all like going, and the guy comes out and it's always that old guy like Pop Fisher. Look me in the eye.
Pop Flanagan.
Yeah, whatever. It's a guy like that, like Fish Ferdinand.
Flick Henderson.
Yeah, Flake Henderson, something like that, right? Tin Cup, whatever. Some guy like that, right? Look me in the eye. And then the camera goes to his eye and then to his eye and back to Pop. Yeah.
Pop Sula.
And he goes, feel great, Pop. And he looks at the catcher and the catcher goes, finish it. He fucking runs out.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
Or he says something cool like, kick his ass. like
take
just
him down.
Throw gas. Try and break 100.
In the words of Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes. And then he goes out and gets
no, but
it's a laser shot.
Exactly. Grand slam. He walks the base exploded.
Bang, boom.
But dude, God. You gotta love when
that's cool.
A guy plays.
That's cool.
So this is what I love about Mendoza.
Stud Muff Mendoza.
He's not just managing statistics and analytics. Yeah. He's managing feel.
Yeah.
The analytics would have said no fucking way.
That's the thing. He
didn't
listen.
Him out of the fucking game.
Look me in the eye.
And Severino said
Disney movie moment. Look me in the eye.
So when he hit the first batter and everybody comes to the mound.
Lindor. And the natural music's playing in the background.
No. So So look,
Yeah.
so the infielders come to the mound before Mendy gets there.
Yeah.
And Severino said he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to come out," and Lindor goes, "Well, then convince him to keep you in the game." So the shortstop said that.
See, this is
That's like good team shit right
Disney
there.
movie written all over it. Because they end up winning the World Series and they go back to this moment in the movie. And it just triggered them on a 30.
Well, if you don't want to come out,
they won 5,
convince them to
35
leave
in
you
a
in the
row.
game. From that day forward,
Yeah.
they didn't give up another
The
run.
Mets just didn't come out. Fucking bang, bang.
Laser show.
Fucking laser show. Yeah. And then they go into like ESPN. The Mets are on the kind of fire we can't extinguish. Like, there's all kinds of fucking shit.
He also made another change in the lineup. Put Mark Vientos too. Dude, this guy Mark Vientos, man, I give him major props because for the past 3 years, maybe 4 years, Mets organization and their fans have been talking about Brett Beatty and Francisco Alvarez, catcher and third baseman.
Yes.
There are studs. Best prospects we have coming up.
A couple of
Mark Vientos would kind of come up here and there. You know, he'd hit a home run, he'd have a bunch of strikeouts, and then they'd send it back down. He started this year in AAA.
Yeah.
While Brett Beatty started the year on the team. Brett Beatty is now in AAA, and Mark Vientos is the starting third baseman. In the 2-hole, driving in runs. He's got the best OPS on the team. And it's fucking amazing. I mean, I give him mad props for sticking with it because nobody was really giving him time. And he worked on his shit, and now he's like a legitimate hitter. And he made a couple defensive plays today.
See, this is the thing. And you look at what the Red Sox are doing in Baltimore, of all places. Like, these two teams are likable. Like, it's like, God damn it. You know, it's like... And you really, I'm not a New York fan, but I'm pulling for the Mets because that roster is likable. The manager is likable. It's like the owner's likable. It's like I don't care what. Again, I wouldn't pick them against the Red Sox or root for them.
The billionaire owner's likable.
No, because he's willing to spend. He wants to go for it. He's not gonna. They're not gonna lose because he won't spend.
No, I agree.
Put it that way. So the thing is, they're fighting. They're gritty. They're resilient. Obviously, both. I would tell you. I don't think you would disagree with me on this. If we went just back from here to the season, we could both probably think half a dozen times each team where they should have quit, where something happened to them, whether it was the Red Sox. This year we thought that's it, they're done. The balloon burst, and they came back. I think we could both probably point to 5 or 6 times at least for either team during the year so far. We're like, that's it, they're done. The clock has struck midnight, right? And no, it hasn't. they're still kicking. They're both still kicking. So, and it's August 17th. It's now 18th because we're in the wee hours. We're started. It's now a.
It's a sip 'em slow.
It's a sip 'em slow. It's a sip 'em slow Sunday. So.
It's a smoke 'em slow.
Smoke 'em and sip 'em.
Smoke 'em slow Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. So I mean, this is the thing about both these teams. They're likable, and they're resilient, and their managers are cool, and the fans are they're passionate. It's like these are 2 feel-good stories right now. And hopefully it continues.
Dude, right after y'all get done with Baltimore, we get them for 3 in New York.
Again, the big series late in August.
And then we go San Diego and Arizona, the 2 teams we're chasing in the wild card. Although the Braves are the one right in front of us,
but that's a big stretch for them.
San Diego and Arizona are 1-2.
Yeah, this is a big stretch for the Mets. So and the Red Sox. So, but they're here.
They are.
They're fucking here. I thought the Mets had a chance to make the playoffs. Nobody thought the Red Sox had a chance.
Dude, Mets Red Sox September 2nd.
Where? In Boston.
In Queens.
In Queens.
Yeah, remember I was wishing it was in Boston.
Fenway. And this is what's maddening about them.
They're
normally a great home, even when
we're a really good home team.
I don't understand how the Red Sox. This is bad at Fenway Park. I can't wrap my head around that one. That's the other enigma in this whole thing. It's weird. It's like, well, how does that happen? Because if they were just 500 or 2, say they were 5 games over 500, they'd fucking be in the wild card. They'd be in the lead of the wild card. If they were just above average at home, just solid at home, they're not even good. Like they just fuck it up every way they chance.
I don't know what the Mets.
I don't get it.
Mets home road splits are.
I can tell you. Trying to think of what movie I want to watch when I go in. Like I might want to watch Clue. Clue is funny. Clue just makes me laugh. I love Clue. The fucking butler, the guy who plays Wadsworth, is fucking hysterical.
That guy's in everything.
He kind of is. You're not wrong on that. Where's the standings, donkey? Here we go, standings.
Actually, this says we're 33 and 31 at home and 31 and 28 away.
You're better on the road than you are away.
Well,
by
it's
one game.
by half a game.
It's a half a game.
Yeah, no, you're right. One game.
One game. So what? Whereas the Red Sox.
That's interesting. I guess it's in the time that I've been watching them because at one point I stopped watching.
Whereas the fucking Red Sox, who are 2.5 out of the last wild card spot, are 29 and 32 at home, and they're 36 and 25 away. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It just doesn't.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. I mean, if they were just 3 games over at home, just 3 games over, they'd fucking.
I wonder what strength of schedule has been like.
Good question. I don't know, but
but
I know this that they've got a very good offense. They've got a closer. Again, they don't. The ace is going to be their downfall. I still say they should have done this at the deadline, but they've got it. They're not. I don't think they're going away. I think they're going to be in this thing to the last week, barring an injury. I think the same thing with the Mets. So it'll come down to how far away with the last 2 series of the season.
Dude, I was ready to throw the towel in.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose 2 out of 3 to the A's.
I just remember the line of the week. They haven't scored since Thursday.
They hadn't. They hadn't.
And then I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, my God, they haven't scored since Thursday. Oh, my God. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see you spin that one, asshole. And I couldn't.
Well,
I didn't even respond.
I can't remember who it was.
I didn't even respond.
Somebody said they were over Seattle.
They're over Seattle.
They scored 1 run in that series.
Oh, my God.
They got their shit kicked. But the AL West, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Angels. Yeah. They lost all 3 to the Mariners. And then they just lost 2 out of 3 to the
A's.
That is a shit division outside of the top 2 teams.
I mean, it is a bad division.
I mean, my God.
When you look at that, he's not wrong about that. If you look at them, you got Houston. I mean, Texas is the defending world champion. They're in 3rd, but they're having a bad year. Then you look at the Angels and the A's both have 53 wins. So, Chicago has 30. Miami has 45. Colorado has 45. So they're 2 of the bottom 6 in the league, I guess.
If the Mets can sweep the Marlins tomorrow,
it offsets it.
They've wiped away some of that stench. But but going into that 6th game, do you remember what we both said?
What did we say?
Because it was 3 with the A's and 3 with the Marlins. We said 5 and 1.
5 and 1.
And
to get to 3 and 3.
To sweep, they'll be 4 and 2.
Well, 4 and 2 would, given what we're talking about, wouldn't be that bad.
No, I'd take it right now. And I'd actually feel okay. Yeah. The problem is then Baltimore comes in, and then you go to San Diego. So it's like,
I mean,
you can't
Baltimore,
fuck around.
you're getting them at a good time though. For whatever reason, they're not on their game right now. So they haven't been to this point for a while. But and I don't know how much that's again related to injuries. I know about 1 starting pitcher. I don't know if there's anything else going on. But in any event, they're a very good team, and when they are fully loaded, they're one of the favorites. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen here. But the fact that we're talking about both these teams and we're not laughing about it on August 18th is a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a fucking miracle. So
I got to try to keep my panic at bay.
I just keep telling myself they shouldn't be here. This team on paper this year should not be here. And then Duran becomes an all-star, wins the fucking all-star MVP. Devers, who looked like shit for the first month, suddenly looks like an MVP candidate. The closer looks like a closer. And they're getting 6-7 innings out of their starters for the most part. So what am I supposed to say to that? It's like, and their offense is ranked in the top 10. So I can't bitch. They weren't supposed to be here. They were supposed to be where fucking Chicago is.
No.
30 fucking wins. They
were
like
just under 500 last year.
They were 6 games under. They were 78 and.
Yeah, we're not going to be 30. They weren't going to get 30 wins this year. That's for sure.
I thought they were going to be worse. I just did.
Oh, please.
Well, because the Yankees and the Orioles got better. We thought Tampa Bay got better. We thought that the teams in the division got better. All of them didn't turn out that way. So
I mean, the Yankees got one more hitter, but
who's a stud?
I know. But
I mean, who's going to get? Somebody's going to pay him what? Someone's going to pay him a shitload of money.
I don't know how much they're going to pay.
And he's 20 what? How old is he? He's 25, isn't it? 26. Yeah. He's not even in his prime yet. He's going to get a boatload of money from somebody. And it ought to be the Yankees, because don't tell me they don't have any fucking money. That's bullshit. But
you're going to pay him more than Judge?
You can't after this year, but can you pay him close to it? Because maybe again he's part of it.
Well, no, but he's supposed to be getting way more than Judge got. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean by way? How much more are we talking?
People are talking about $500 million, like an Ohtani type deal.
How much does Judge have?
Judge is getting like 36 a year.
What, for how many years?
10 years.
So he's getting $360 million.
Yeah, something like that.
So he's demanding, or they believe he's going to demand $140 million more. Is that right?
That's what people are saying.
Who the fuck is saying that? Because honestly, that doesn't make sense. This is like something my son would say.
That's what they're saying about him.
Look, he's worth a raise. I'm not saying that, but that's ridiculous. He's not Ohtani.
Yeah, but when I said that when we were going live, you made fun of me.
I don't what that he's.
When I said he wasn't worth that money,
I think he's worth.
Run and you're like, oh, figures Tom would say that.
I think he's worth a lot of money. I didn't say he wasn't worth a lot of money. I just don't think he's worth that much.
You laughed at me when I said he wasn't worth that money.
I didn't know what the money was.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, I don't think he's worth $500 million. Could I see somebody paying him $360, $380? He is younger. I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to give him.
I mean, and again, the market's going this way.
If you want to give him what Judge got, I get that. Because he's not.
What's the age difference?
Judge is 30.
And he's how old? 20. So he's 4 years younger. Yeah. This is the thing. He's 4 years younger. That's not a small gap. That's significant. Now again, with the DH,
Judge is way better.
I'm not saying he's not. And with the DH, Judge could play 10 years no problem because he just go to a DH role and still have that bat. So you just got to keep his bats. But I mean, the thing is, 4 years is pretty significant.
It is.
It is. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just curious to see what the Yankees.
I don't know if it's $140 million significant.
Not more than him.
Right.
But I could see in the ballpark of him. Yeah.
I could see 10 years, $40 million a year.
Right, that wouldn't make you crazy. All right, $400 million, 10 years. He's 26. Okay, I get that. I mean,
because if he tails off, he'll tail off at like 34. Okay. That means you got like 8 years.
8 years of elite, probably, if he's healthy. Yeah, yeah, that's worth it because that won't be the high. He won't be the highest paid guy in 3 years.
No,
he won't.
Well,
I don't think he will. Somebody will come along. Or
you're right. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to get.
I mean, there are guys that will get more than that in 3-4 years. Trust me.
Yeah.
So it won't be forever. But look, the thing is, this is where when you looked at what these teams did in that division, where you're like, how the Red Sox compete, and they are. Say what you want. I mean, we talk about slumps and injuries and all this kind of shit. The Red Sox have had some things happen to them too. They haven't been 100% healthy, but they've avoided major injury at least so far.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're still here. It's just it's not interesting. It's shocking they're still here. And I knew Cora could manage. I just thought if he got 70 wins out of that team, I'd have been like astonished. I would have, at least going into the year, because I didn't think they'd win 70. So where they are is So, but I say he should be manager of the year, and I don't think I'm wrong. So, anyway, switching gears to
the dub.
The WNBA is back.
Came back with a vengeance.
There was a hell of. I'll tell you what. That New York Liberty team is on a mission.
I like that.
They definitely remember losing to the Vegas Aces in the finals last year, and they are going to remind them of it every time they see them, I think, because they're playing at a different level than everybody else right now. They just are. And honestly, they fucked around with that team today, and they still won by double digits. And that was on their court, where the Vegas Aces are usually really good.
Yeah.
So, and Breanna Stewart right now.
It's her and Asia right now, top of the league.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
And she is trying to tell everybody it's not Asia, it's her. And she played like it today.
Dude, Jonquel Jones plays Asia Wilson tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I said that going into the All-Star break, going into that All-Star game.
She does, yeah.
She's big enough and long enough to deal with her.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that Liberty roster.
A lot of players.
They got players. They got a lot of studs. Ionescu is kind of almost an afterthought. Mm-hmm. They're so, and she's good.
They have the big three. They got Ionescu, Jones, and Stewart.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, Ionescu captured, her and Caitlin Clark. She went toe to toe with Steph in that 3-point shot last year and damn near beat him. Like that was the other thing that people forget about, but that drew a lot of eyes on the WNBA too because like, holy shit, that girl almost beat him. And she was sick. She was sick. So I mean, she's on this team and she's not the best player. It's like damn. So. Dude,
Breanna Stewart has like a 7'1" or 7'2" wingspan?
UConn.
You know that?
Fucking
I was watching this video where they were asking her, they were like, All right, I'm going to give you a list of NBA players who, and you have to tell me whether your wingspan is longer than theirs or not.
That's insane.
And they were like, LeBron. She was like, mine. And they're like, yep.
That's nuts.
And KD had a longer one than her.
Well, he's
Jokic had a little bit longer than hers.
That's crazy.
That's wild,
That's
dude.
Crazy. I mean,
7'1" or 7'2" wingspan.
And the thing is, she knows how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she really knows how to use it. She can play inside and out. She's got 3-point range. Good passer.
Did you see the sequence where she faded away off the glass?
Yeah, that was.
Then ran down and fucking blocked Kelsey Plum.
Stuffed Kelsey Plum like a cheap fucking suit. And the other thing is this. I'll tell you right now. I don't know what's going on with Kelsey Plum lately, but she needs to get back to being Kelsey Plum because they got no shot with her playing like this. She hasn't looked good in a while. She didn't look good in the Olympics. She didn't really look good at the All-Star game.
She had some big free throws in the Olympics in that final game.
She did, but she has not played well in a month. And maybe she's tired. I don't know. But
first couple months of the season, she was nuts.
She was out. She's on fire.
Hitting threes, driving. Yeah.
There was a stretch there in 10 days where they looked like no one's beating this.
It looked kind of boring when they would play.
Yeah, they were, and she was a big part of it. It's like I don't know what's happened to her. Maybe she's injured and not telling me. I don't know. She doesn't look like the same player for whatever
She's still
reason.
running around like a nut.
Well, she does, but she got up in this girl's face today, which was ridiculous because the girl was by her in one step. And the girl goes right down the lane, and they try to get a charge, but it ended up being a block. The girl gets hit in the face. But Kelsey Plum got right up under her and didn't take her right hand away. Like, who the fuck is coaching you? If you run up on a big person and they're right-handed, you're jumping to the right side and say, beat me going left, not this clown. She runs right up under her and just goes right around her. And it's like, what the fuck? And then almost gets her teammate killed because the kid slams her, runs her. I mean, just like, wow. So she's not playing smart on defense. She gets desperate and forces or shoots a three when she's not really in rhythm. And she's too good of a player to do that. She really is. And I'm a fan of hers. So it's just like, I want to see her turn this around because I don't get it. But it's been more than a month now that she's kind of looked like this.
Yeah.
No matter where she's been.
Maybe teams are starting to figure out how to game plan them or something.
Well, maybe they're figuring out if we shut down her and somebody else, she
Yeah.
can't, even as good as Asia Wilson is, she can't beat us by themselves. Well, and by the way, that's kind of what it looked like today.
Like if you have speed on Kelsey Plum, she struggles a little bit. When she's faster than her opponent, she just...
Yeah, she does struggle with speed. Defensively, offensively, yeah. She doesn't know how to back up and use her arm for distance to offset that one step, whatever it is. And offensively, she doesn't move well. She just hovers around the three-point line. She really cuts inside. She really, I mean...
But when she's going well, she's blowing past people off the dribble.
She's got a quick first step. But you know what's also rare about her? I don't see, and I'm not saying she doesn't have one, but I haven't seen it. She doesn't have. I don't see a pull-up jump shot too often. It's either a layup or a three or a kick out. She rarely pulls up from 12 feet.
Yeah.
I rarely see her do it. If she's done it, I don't even know. I can't think of a time when I've seen her do it. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I haven't seen it. So, the Liberty are on a mission right now. They're 23-4. I mean, they're going to walk into this one seed, and
they clinched a playoff spot
already. Yeah.
When is the end of the season?
There's like 12 games to go, I think.
Oh, that's
in the playoffs, yeah. And so they look like the team to beat to me right now. And then there's the Caitlin Clark story, which is not going away. It's just it's actually growing teeth, because she was off for a month for the first time in a year, and damn.
It looked like it.
It looked like it, like she was fresh.
Yeah.
And
dude, they came out and just mollywopped the shit out of the Mercury.
I mean, there was a point in that game where she had Taurasi and the other coach just laughing, like, "What can we do?" They're just laughing, like, "I can't believe they're doing this to us." And Caitlin Clark was right in the middle of it. And she and that other guard that they got that's good play fast. They like to play. They play fast. They like to play fast. And
Kelsey Mitchell shoot it at any time.
At any point.
Lefty just
just no conscience. Yeah. If I can see the rim, it's going up. And she does that well. Mm-hmm. That's her game. And they play fast. She said, like, Caitlin and I we like to play fast. And that's bad.
That's the thing. They never slow down.
That's the bad thing for a 42-year-old Taurasi.
Yeah.
Is that you can't play fast anymore.
Well, that's bad for that whole team.
The whole team. They don't match up well with
Except for Copper. Kalia Copper's the only one.
They better not see them in the first round, because I'm telling you right now that Indiana be favored.
Because you got Griner down low, who she doesn't like to run. You know what I'm saying? And Taurasi doesn't like to run.
They're a half-court basketball team.
Yeah. And they're good at half-court
basketball. If they can get you in that style, but Indiana knows this.
They never stop. Even times I'm like, kill clock right now, and they're just running down for a shot. Like,
they don't let the defense get set.
If
you don't get back, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
And look, you can win that way. I've seen teams do it.
When your whole team runs.
When your whole team runs. Golden State was like this. They would just run.
Yeah.
Off everything. Run.
Yeah, just go.
And go. And you're trying to get back and match up with shooters all around the perimeter. It's not happening.
Dude, you know what I have noticed a little bit? Well, I mean, it was one game. We'll see again tomorrow. She plays again tomorrow. She wasn't throwing the full court pass a lot. She did it, but it feels like she's understanding, okay, you know what? I can actually get a better pass if I...
She's learning.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Dare I say, this is what's scary. She's learning. What's this kid going to look like in 2 years? Oh, my God. If she's this good now.
Be a monster.
And doesn't have a lot of talent around her right now. And they're in the playoffs right now. And depending on the matchup, they could win a series, depending on who they draw. So
They're beating everybody.
I'm just saying, that kid is a generational talent, and she's a student of the game. And every time you see her, she looks better. And now she looks rested, which is really bad news. It's
what was
not
her
a
shooting percentage? I felt like she shot pretty well yesterday.
She was like 7 of 16. It wasn't great, but it was good. It was good enough. 10 assists, though. I mean, she's the best passer in the league. I don't care what anyone says. She's the best point guard in this league. I don't want to hear any more about this fucking Olympic team. This is bullshit. That girl should have been on that team. She's proven it time and time again. This was a joke by them. And look, if that ends up propelling them to a playoff series win, and then fine. I mean, because we know she's going to be on the next one. But don't tell me she's not Rookie of the Year. And by the way, let's be honest here.
That's a joke.
Let's be honest here. And I said this.
The Olympic team, I can
look it. I said this, and I'm going to say it right here, right now, in front of him. She's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, I think that's
and I can
fair.
prove it to you.
I think that's fair.
Because the girl that's favored to win MVP is one of 2 players in the top 20 in 6 categories. The other is Caitlin Clark. And you can't deny that. You can't dismiss it. You can't, because they're in the playoffs right now. And they were the 3rd worst team in the league last year, record-wise. They were awful.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can't dismiss this anymore. You just can't. It's honestly, to me,
and that's not disparaging anyone else.
No, it's not. It's a 3-horse race. Right now, I'd say it's Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, and then Caitlin Clark. That's what I'd say. If we're being on in terms of impact, yes. Fucking all day, yes. Those 2 teams are loaded.
Who's the 4th seed?
The Seattle is right now. Seattle.
Storm?
The Storm is the 4th seed. Right now. Yeah.
And who's their big guns? They got NECA.
Yeah, they got a good. They quietly have a good team.
Oh yeah, they do.
They're quiet. They're good.
They got NECA. That's Chanae's sister.
Yeah.
I love Chanae.
I'm telling her about Reeves. I'm telling her. You're cheating on her. This fucking guy sends me a picture today, made me throw up my mouth. Like, what are you doing? Because she's like 20. You're like 40.
Angel Reese, she's not 20.
She's 20. Oh, I'm sorry.
She graduated college.
She's 22. Oh, well, that's okay then.
She's a grown woman. I didn't say anything nasty. I just said good gracious.
I just said you need a minute? Yeah.
Yeah, you said that.
You didn't deny it.
It was a joke. I'm not supposed to bring up text messages on the show.
It's okay. No one's listening anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Hopefully someone's out there stoned and having a good time on a Saturday night, listening to us, just laughing, going, these 2 motherfuckers, who one day will control the House and the Senate. Okay.
Dude, the Spark, the LA Spark, absolutely.
What do you make of them?
They're not that good.
I don't think they are either. They got a lot of hype for a team that's not very good.
They don't really have any hype.
I do.
They're not even a playoff team.
Nor should they be. They stink.
Well, Cameron Brink got injured
that hurt.
super early.
That did hurt.
So that hurt their big, down low.
She's a defensive stopper.
Rakia Jackson, their other rookies, she's really good.
I don't know. Maybe it was the movie, or maybe it was Lisa Leslie. I don't know, but I just every time they come up, they talk about this like they're the Lakers, and they're not. They talk about them like they're the Lakers. They're not.
No, I haven't heard anybody talk about them.
I have. So I disagree with all of it. So, but not they didn't have some moments. They've won some championships. They have, but I wouldn't put them. And no one said Lakers per se, but they talk about them.
They're one of the all-time great franchises.
They talk about them like that. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's what I hear.
I mean, it's hard to talk about any
You
WNBA
play
team
for the
like
LA Sparks. Do you know what that means? And I'm like, no. What does it mean?
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
That's not nice.
It means nothing. So, again, like they
win a championship and go, fuck you.
I would love to see that. I'd love to eat crow on that. Actually, I wouldn't. I hate LA. So
yeah, you'd be like, fuck. Hate this shit.
Yeah, so that'd be my Tommy. Hey, he's throwing how many touchdown picks? 0.
0. Over under 6.
Look on your face was awesome. But anyway, look, I'm psyched for the last 12 games of the season. There are teams fighting to get in the playoffs. Caitlin Clark's doing her thing.
Let's see who the Fever play tomorrow.
I guess my question is the only chance that Liberty doesn't win this is the Aces, Kelsey Plum returns to Kelsey Plum form, or is this a done deal? Barring injury, of course. Can anybody beat them?
The Liberty?
Yeah, can anybody beat them in a series right now? I don't think there's anybody can beat them right now in a series.
Dude, fucking Indiana would give them a run for their money. In a best of 5, Indy would push them.
You think so?
I think so. I think they could push them.
That's the one matchup I don't.
Because Ionescu, she's another one with the speed.
Problem.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
With Caitlin Clark, that's a struggle.
Brianna Stewart right now is playing like a 20.
They got nobody who can guard her.
No one that can defend her.
But they beat them a couple weeks ago.
They did beat them once. I don't know. I just don't know that a team can beat them 3 times.
Maybe the Liberty had somebody down.
I don't know. I have to look it up. But I just don't. The way they're playing
Are all those series 3-game series, or are they?
The first round is, and then it's 5.
And then it's 5 for the finals, too.
5, yeah. It's 3 in the first round, and it's 5 after that. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think it is what it is.
I think you're right.
But the thing is, I just don't know.
Dude, I want to see Caitlin win.
I mean, look, they've only lost 4 games all year. I mean, look, I just don't know if they're healthy, anybody's taken them 3 times or even twice. I just don't know. I think that the Aces have the talent to do that. They beat them last year. But I just don't know where the Aces are right now. And again, I don't know where Kelsey Plum is at right now. It's not a good sign. They can't. They will not beat them without her. I can tell you that right now. If she's playing like this, they got no shot against them. No
Fever
way.
play the Storm tomorrow.
Do they? That'll be a good one. Yeah, that'll be a good game.
It's crazy that the Fever are 3 games under 500.
And they started out like 1-9.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been a lot better.
They've been really good.
Yeah, they've been like 12-6 or whatever it is. They've won 2/3 of their games. And to your point, they're beating some heavyweights. So
Sky and the Mercury play tomorrow.
That'll be good. So I don't know what to make of this Kelsey Plum situation. I'm concerned because it's been a month. It's been like maybe a little more than that. I don't get it. She started playing bad. Like I remember the game too when I was watching her. She just didn't look like herself. And one game maybe has them, and then one turned into 2, and then and then the All-Star game didn't look very good, and then she didn't look very good in the Olympics. And I'm like, what is she tired? Is she hurt? What's going on?
Did the Fever go in there and beat them, or they beat the Fever, didn't they?
The Fever were right there, and they pulled away in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that was the last time she looked good. She looked really good in that game. After that,
they lost to somebody after that, and she was clanking the ball off the backboard.
She was.
What game was that?
I don't know, but she had no business shooting that ball.
Was that against the Sky?
Maybe, but she had no business shooting that ball at one point. It was the Sky, I think. I think it was the Sky.
Sky went to LA.
So I don't know, but I know this: they have no chance if she continues to play like this. They might beat, because they're just more talented than most of these teams, but they run into them. Not if she's playing like this. So I don't know. What else? What else are we talking about? Is that it?
I think that was all we said. The baseball and then the dub.
The dub and the nub.
You got nothing else.
Lastly tonight, my Aunt Ann was laid to rest this week. 85 years, godmother. Loved her to death.
That was your godmom?
My godmother. Closest thing to a saint I've ever seen in my life. And that would include my own mother, who I think is close. But she's even nice. And that woman buried 2 of her sons, had an abusive first husband. I mean, she's been through hell on earth. If there is a heaven, she better be on the first ticket. She better have the speed pass. She better have all that shit, and she's not waiting, because she is proof that there are angels on earth. So, Anya, I love you. I miss you. Godspeed, and we will meet again. Until probably Monday, I guess, Monday, Tuesday. We'll be in the last week of NFL preseason. College football starts next Saturday, I believe. And
Turns a bunch of shit games.
He just can't help himself.
Bunch of 70-3.
I want to end on a positive. A bunch of shit games.
You know it.
They're all gonna suck.
You know it.
I don't know.
Alabama's playing East Carolina, Nebraska State.
I wonder if there is a Nebraska State.
I don't know.
They're playing
Alabama going up against One Tree Hill University.
UUPUI, UIUF, whatever the fuck it is.
ECPI.
Remember on Disney they used to have UUPUI versus UUIUF on the fucking basketball game? It was like 12 goofies out there playing
Disney?
basketball. Yeah. It was UUPIF against UUPUP. Like what the fuck is this?
Jeez, we had a stink bug walking on the computer.
I know, terrible. But anyway, we will see you Monday or Tuesday night. Red Sox, we'll update on your Red Sox Mets, of course. And again, final week of training camp. Roster cutdown day is going to be interesting. Let's see who makes it.
It's so weird with the 3 weeks now because they have their third game, and then we have to wait like
a week and a half.
Actually,
1 week because it's a Thursday night game, isn't it? Because the Chiefs are going to drop the banner for their third or fourth, whatever it is now.
Oh,
and,
you might be right.
They're playing Baltimore, I believe.
Okay, so
I
you're
believe
saying
it's
that
Baltimore. I could be wrong. I think it's Baltimore.
So their the last preseason game is going to be like the 24th.
This Thursday night. This coming Thursday night.
This Thursday night,
5
22nd.
days. Yeah. And then
the first football game isn't until the 12th, right?
So is it 2 weeks off?
Yeah. Because we don't have the fourth game.
Oh, that's right. So it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, and you got nothing.
No. The first Saturday of that, which is the Saturday before, 7:30, number 7 Notre Dame at number 20 Texas A&M. That's Saturday, 7:30.
Hopefully Notre Dame takes a...
Hopefully Notre Dame bends them over.
No.
Yeah, the Irish. We're all African American.
The Irish.
We're all Irish on March 17th. Don't be honest. Anyway, until then, not March 17th.
We're all Irish when we eat mashed potatoes.
That's true, which are wonderful, by the way. Until then, which I hope will be Monday night, that is the Redoubtable One conversation for the highly questioned one, Arjun Miliash. You know the drill, boys and girls. You know the motherfucking drill. And it's this, and it's that, and then guns out. Stay good.
Stay